Hi, guys, good evening, and welcome back once again to The Edward. I'm your host, Eddie, and in tonight's video, I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good episode of The Boys, which dropped yesterday. I didn't have a chance to watch it last night. I was busy, so I just finished watching it now, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Wanted to share my thoughts and overall reaction with you guys. Before I get into all of that, of course, please be warned: this is a spoiler-filled review. So if you're not caught up on the boys by episode 4 of season 5, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, I know it was caused mostly by Soldier Boy's brother, who was infused with the plants or the vines, and he was spewing out all sorts of venomous hatred and to everyone in the immediate vicinity of Fort Harmony. But this episode was kind of sad to me to see our heroes come apart at the seams, so to speak. I mean, yeah, it was mostly due to the hate-induced atmosphere that they were exposing themselves to, but it felt like that was a lot of unspoken tension and resentment between all of them towards each other. Huey towards Butcher, MM towards Butcher, Huey towards MM, Kamiko towards Frenchie. And Frenchie was thankfully the only one immune to it, and ironically, it was because of all of his constant years of drug usage and his consumption of other mushrooms and products like it made him immune to the effects. So thankfully, somebody remained clear-headed and figured out what was going on. Unfortunately, they didn't find any V1. I don't think there was any V1 in that derelict of a building. But this episode was still good and still interesting for a couple of reasons. It showed there's a lot of discord between Soldier Boy and Homelander, which could end up working out for our heroes if Soldier Boy were to switch sides. Now, he can't die because he's immortal, but he could do everybody a favor and kill Homelander if he chooses to do so, because he really doesn't seem to like him and can't stand him. However, Homelander probably won't kill him because he is so desperate for any kind of family or connection that he's not going to kill his own father. But I could still see Soldier Boy turning on Homelander at some point this season, possibly aligning with our heroes, but maybe not. Maybe Soldier Boy will do it for his own selfish reasons. We'll see. But this episode, I feel like, kind of planted a seed, letting us know that there's discord and tension between the two superpowered men. And they may be a lot alike physically, but they're nothing alike personality-wise, thank God. Soldier Boy's still a dick, don't get me wrong, but could there be redemption in his future? I don't know, maybe. But again, this felt like kind of a sad episode to me, because yes, they were being exposed to elements in their environment, but the boys turning on each other and getting real nasty, real personal, even though it wasn't directly their fault, a lot of that shit felt like they still meant it, like it came from the heart. Thankfully, Frenchie manipulated Soldier Boy into killing his brother Quinn, and that's what stopped it all, thank goodness. But it feels like this is going to be a tough one to shake off or come back from. Like we saw the awkward van ride where Butcher turned on some not so fitting music, which was kind of funny. But the whole episode itself wasn't really that funny. It usually balances out humor with darkness, but there wasn't a whole lot of humor in this episode. I did like the stuff with Starlight, dealing with her dad. We get to meet her dad, who, by the way, is the actor who voiced Clark Kent and Superman in Superman the Animated Series, Tim Daly. How cool is that? He did a great job as Starlight's father. I love how he tried to own up to his past mistakes and also is able to advise her as a good parent would about don't make the same mistakes I did. I'm also glad things didn't go too south with that other deputy who came there to arrest Starlight. And I knew that little brother prick was going to do something to rat her out or expose her location. She's just lucky a Soup didn't show up instead. But I also like how they briefly bonded over their dad taking them to get donuts when they were kids. So that was cute. Um, I liked how Starlight made it back to the group, and Huey said what the audience was thinking. You missed a good outing to miss out on, or a good day to miss out on, because things went to hell very fast. And they didn't even find any V1. There was no V1, and good news is that Homelander and Soldier Boy didn't find any either. And apparently now, even without the V1, Homelander has got this godlike complex where now he is convincing all of his followers that he is God or the chosen one. And because they all fear him, they're all going along with it. Although it was interesting to see how Firecracker briefly paused or hesitated when Homelander told her that he is, he is basically God. And because of her religious convictions, you can tell she felt conflicted about it. So could Firecracker eventually turn on Homelander? And even if she did, would any of us even care? She's a pretty awful person. Could there be redemption for her? I don't know. There was redemption for A-Train. There could certainly be redemption for Ashley. Could there be redemption for Firecracker? I don't know. But this episode made me think a lot. It made me think about the possibility of hope and redemption for either Firecracker or at least Soldier Boy. And, it wasn't the best episode, but not every episode has to be a heavy banger. You've got to have episodes that keep the story moving, and sometimes it's interesting stuff still happens, even though it's not the best. I still liked it for what it was. I thought it was very good, well done. And I'm sure the rest of the season will be a lot of bangers, if nothing but heavy hitters. So we'll see. We'll see. But I liked this episode just fine. Hope you guys did too. So what did you guys think of it? I'd love to hear your thoughts and feelings on it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this show as much as I am. Excuse me. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more episode reviews like this one. The Boys drops new episodes every Wednesday on Amazon Prime. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks again for watching. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.